So let's look at this. Please ensure target systems reflect me as having a POA, power of attorney. Someone that can make decisions for them. Someone that can fuck up easy shit. Without that POA, they want to fucked up the date. Anyway, POA. Gee, how'd I get power of attorney? Oh, they put me in the system and they selected my power of attorney through a drop-down menu. I never selected my POA. And mind you, this was in April 3rd, 2012. Before I left the Marine Corps. You see that pre-discharge compensation claim? Wow, I just got back from Arizona doing a fucking helping on a side mission. Arizona, Yuma, me and O'Neill. Shout out O'Neill, he's awesome. Yeah, so I just got back from Arizona on Camp Lejeune, getting ready to leave the service, right? And I'm sitting in the fucking admin office, and this is what we fill out on April 3rd. And then their systems do that. Look at that. POA, power of attorney, number 97, veterans of foreign war. Oh boy. Claim folder location. Oh, I'm Winston-Salem. Fuck my name. Just give me a new name. Isn't it crazy how you have usernames which you make for services like, I don't know, AOL, Xbox Network, PlayStation Network, MySpace, Google, Facebook, and Twitter /X. You literally enter your data. Imagine if I entered everyone's data and I just fucked up names. And in order for me to correct those, you had to call 20 different numbers over the course of 2 years to get it corrected. That's the boat I'm in, except that 2 years is 12 for me. And I'm showing you more than enough evidence. More than enough. Gee, what did we put down on the pre-discharge that's wrong with me? Oh, let's see. My right ankle was fucked up. My knees are fucked up. My back's fucked up. Thoracolumbar, that means lower back. Shoulders fucked up. My wrist was fucked up. I have carpal tunnel. I get headaches, sleep apnea, insomnia, anxiety. Now from that list to this list, did anything change? Oh, so I've been reporting before I was in the VA healthcare what was wrong with me. The VA is the one that chose to ignore me. All this is this. Let me blow it up so there's nothing else but that. You see that? Right ankle, sleep apnea, insomnia, anxiety. This right here? Oh, whoops. That's actually arthritis. That's degenerative disc disease. There's a big difference between something that's degenerating and a strain, right? There's a big difference between arthritis and a strain, right? A strain is, oh, I was playing baseball and I accidentally threw too hard. Now my arm hurts. Let me give it a week. Arthritis? Wow, now I have to change my whole life because that's not going away unless a miracle happens. Arthritis sticks forever. Degenerative. Not getting better. Anyway, that's the healthcare. This is still the date that's fucked up. So we can argue about this. Go tit for tat. But this is unarguable. Unarguable. And it's the sole reason I'm still waiting on my goddamn money. Can someone forward these to Bob Casey or Joe Biden? You know, the president that's had fucking government offices to work in and test systems and manipulate data for 50 years. I've had my problem 12 years. Joe Biden's been in fucking the government 50 years. He was the vice president for 8 and president for 4. He was there the whole time I had my issues with the VA. He was there during that date. He was there during that date. He was there during that date. Wow. What about Bob Casey? He's been there 15 years. So the whole time he's been in office, I've had this issue. I've only had my issue 12 years. But that 12 years, I said only 12 years, like it's only 12 years. 12 fucking years. Instead of saying 12 years, I'm going to say how many days that is. Because it's draining. Mentally, physically, spiritually. And it drains hope. Now, when Donald Trump was in office, this shit was getting handled. And then he left, and it just got dropped. And before he came in, I was being conspired against. From, VA gangs and associates. Anyway, how's that work? Anyway, here. Pre-discharge notice response. April 3rd. Again, I'm coming out the service. They're saying report everything that's wrong. I did. And then I checked that box that says I have no other information or fucking evidence. So, if you wonder if I ever went through their systems, yeah, that's all I did is go through their processes, their systems, their fucking tests, and they still fucked it up. So here I'm pre-discharge compensation claim. It's the VA sending a notice to it's the Marine Corps sending a notice to the VA about me. It's like a preview of what's to come. Pre-discharge. Wow. And then this is me signing a paper for a power of attorney. This power of attorney does not require execution before a notary public. Wow. Now, mind you, when I'm entrusting someone with my power of attorney, I don't expect them to fuck up dates. Now, look at this, right? This is the part that pisses me off. Claim. That's me. Oh, transfer date? April 3rd. April 3rd is pre-discharge paperwork. April 3rd, 2012. So again, where the fuck do we pull this number out of, Veteran Affairs? Where'd you pull it out of? Your ass? Maybe you had 2 stacks of folders that were on your desk at the same time, and you accidentally put in the data from another folder into... You had the physical folder on your desk, and then you put in the wrong date in the system, and that's what fucking stuck and fucked me over. 12 years later, I'm still getting fucked on a daily basis by not having my money. Mind you, right? Look at this. Claim. Eligible retire date. That means when the claim shuts down. That claim was open till 2014, even though it was open in 2012. I'm only supposed to have a year to appeal and rebuttal any decisions. The systems leave it open for 2 years. So how the fuck did this short me 6 months and I was fucking just left for dead? This claim's open for 2 years. Oh, that actually makes sense. Oh, look at that. So in fucking April 3rd, 2014, it would shut down, right? Now that makes sense. Hold on. Okay, now we're getting somewhere. Look at these 2 dates. April 3rd, 2012, April 3rd, 2014, right? So even though I'm supposed to have 12 months, the system gives 2 years grace period, 24 months. So I guess, if I fuck up within the first 12 months, the VA can take another 12 months to unfuck it. But in this case, I'm not the fucked up one. I'm the one that's correct. It's just taken years to reverse engineer the decision-making process at the VA that's making me wait these 12 years, right? But anyway, that makes sense. Now here, let me show you why it makes sense. Hold on. Just getting out my filing cabinet, Now, this does make sense. You see, boom. That's where all my effective dates should go back to, right? Mind you, we're at this level now, where they rewrote all my effective dates. They literally rewrote, let's see, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 dates they changed for effective dates. Yet, They can't change that one. They change these ones for no reason other than to make themselves look good. Okay? Now back to that April date, right? April 18th, 2013. That was the date put in when? Sometime in 2014. So what's that mean? Well, let's reverse engineer and add up the factors, okay? So if the system closes my file on April 3rd, 2014, and in August, I don't know, let's say 20th, 2014, that file would already be shut. So they therefore have to open new files. That's why all my shit got raided. But the date is fucked. And now I know exactly why that date's fucked. Because when you're trying to enter a date in August 20th, 2014, a whole year backwards, the systems aren't going to be coded for that fuck up, you know? So either way, look at that. 2013, 2014. So again, on paper, 2013, it all adds up. But again, a year from this date would be May 7th, 2013, okay? Let's do some schedule math. So May 7th, 2013 would be 12 years, right? January, February, March, April, May. April, May. April, May. April comes before May. So unless this said May 9th, May 8th, May 9th, 2013, it should all go back to this date that I've been saying. But because this was there, this makes my file null and void. So any edits, because again they shorted me 6 months, so any edits have to be approved and use special access to change the files. For example, they're changing files in 2014 in regards to 2013. They like to backtrack a year later and act like they've been doing work. They're retroactive people. They're not proactive. See that? Why do I have two different effective dates? What's that for? Oh, my knee. What's that for? Oh, my other knee. Oh, let's go. Let's skip ahead. Let's see something. Where are the knees? Where are the knees? Where are the knees? Oh, right there. Why is the date changed? Conspiracy. Oh, we fucked up. But we want to make it super confusing so he doesn't figure out ways to unfuck it. Or find out that we fucked up to begin with. Because that would be embarrassing, right? Someone not even in the VA telling the VA how to unfuck their problems. But I mean, I'm not just no one, right? I'm one of the fucking ones took out Bin Laden. Helped set up the fucking network. But anyway, how's that work? Knees. Oh, look at that. Knees. Oh, look at that. May 8th, 2012. Oh, look at that. Knees. April 18th, 2013. Oh, why? I don't know. Everything should go back to this date. Nothing should be in 2018. I EAS'd in 2012. The VA's put in effective dates as 2018. Do you think it took me 6 years to file a claim? Or 6 years for the VA to fuck around and try to change shit so they're not looking as the bad guy? Because in this case versus me, they are the bad guy. Generally, they're good guys that give money to veterans that did something. If I was a veteran that got fucked up for more, I would sue the United States for compensation. The VA is the proxy for that. Only in this case, instead of giving me all my money, they conspired to either give me some of my money, or they dispersed all the money and sent it $127,293, $127,293 to somewhere else, because I'm still short that. If I wasn't short that, I wouldn't be here talking about it. Gee, where'd you get all those calculations? Gee, the fucking healthevet.com. Again, Veteran Affairs stores everything. Okay? The people in the Veteran Affairs misuse that power. So instead of going in and changing that one date to this so I would get my fucking money. They took this and said, fuck all that, and just changed it to whatever dates they wanted. But again, I know the VA game, and I'm just done with it. So I hope the calls with the special counsel go good. I hope they provide me some sense of relief, because I shouldn't be going through this alone, right? Everywhere there's been a Democratic say, there's been conspiracy my way. Why is that? This ain't a fucking bipartisan issue. This is a fucking government issue and veterans affected issue. No one else is affected but veterans. Should veterans be fucked with after they served their country? And some of those veterans took out the global bad guys? Global bad guys. Joe Biden probably wakes up because of bad dreams and nightmares. We had to get through that. If nightmares make you feel scared, you couldn't be qualified to take on a global terrorist. I've had dreams the world ended. I drowned twice. I know what a global reset and the afterlife look like. Those are for different talk matters when I'm in a better mind state. Right now I'm in my vengeful mind state where I want to just fucking go find Joe Biden, go find Bob Casey, and rip their goddamn head off. That's what I want to do. 12 years? 3 years less than you've been a fucking senator, Bob? You had 3 years in advance, and you still fucked around. That pre-discharge paper was in advance. I filed that paperwork in advance and submitted it to them so they would be ready. You know what they were ready to do? Conspire against me. Again, if you're using my social security number, my name, my address, why are there all these other codes like Winston-Salem? That's not my name. Claim file location, Winston-Salem. When the file is right there and it's telling you where it is, why can't anyone go to that file and change that November 1st, 2011 date? What? Yeah. Makes no fucking sense. So again, even though my methods might seem crazy to you, they don't to me. Especially after 12 years. You gotta understand, I deployed for a year. And we were able to track down bin Laden. Helmand Province. I went to hell and back. The motherfucking place is called Helmand Province. Did Joe Biden ever go to Hellland? Did Bob Casey ever go anywhere besides Pennsylvania? I've been around the world. That is time travel. I am a time traveler. This file that has a date of November 1st, 2011 shouldn't be there to begin with, but that proves time travel. Now, either the VA can time travel or they made an error. Why is it taking them 12 years to unfuck a date that shouldn't be there to begin with? And they had multiple times they could have fixed it. They had multiple escapes to do the right thing, and yet they still doubled down every time to conspire against me, the disabled veteran. I got arthritis. Do you think I'm going to travel anywhere to talk about the VA and this bullshit? No, but I will. I want my day in court. I don't want another fucking Zoom trial. I don't want the United States Court of Veteran Affairs, United States Court of Claims for Veteran Affairs doing some backroom rendered judgment whenever they're fucking flip-flopping judges. How do I have a judge assigned to a case for 2 months, maybe, and the judge fucking switches out? How does that work? That's called a mistrial in my world. But again, y'all are just nilly-willy with it. Oh yeah, Joe Biden, he fucking left the presidential race. So let's just, pitch hit Kamala in. That's not how it works, people. When it comes to president, if Joe Biden fucking bowed out and he was their chosen candidate, well, Kamala has to represent a new party now. And I talk like I know a little bit, because I know a little fucking bit. Who registered their own political party? Who knows what you have to report? So, I know some things. I just don't get credibility for it. Because I don't suck dick like Kamala Harris and Joe Biden and Bob Casey. I don't circle jerk like them either. I don't play with people's shit either. Y'all fucking with my files is playing in my shit. Y'all like scat? Y'all into shit? Stop fucking around with my shit and unfuck the date. Give me my fucking money. Why is that a meme? Why can everyone around the world say it in a fucking jokingly manner, but I say it dead serious and no one takes me serious? Mike Tyson, come to my house. Let's do a fucking meme. Give me my money. Give me my money. Let me sound like a whiny bitch, right? Because that's what the meme is. But in reality, I'm a goddamn veteran demanding his fucking benefits. That's it. I wouldn't be demanding it if you didn't fucking advertise it and say you got it, just come to us. Yeah, blah, 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 blah. I did everything right I was supposed to. It's just a shame all the people at the VA didn't. And look at this bullshit. This is the first page of this fucking 4,000-ish page document. The Document Technology Company. Oh, great. Great. That doesn't sound like a scam fucking company. Oh, who's it by? Oh, Dipin, from India, Indira's cousin. Dipin. Chadwa. Hadwa. Yeah, fucking Indians in control of my healthcare. Why? I want veterans, American veterans in control of my healthcare. I want them my POA, not fucking Indians from India. Again, people that graduate in India out of high school are engineers or doctors. Someone spoiled rotten brat in India could be sent to here on a fucking student transfer, some kind of scheme, and she's in charge of my healthcare. A foreign student, exchange student, fucked up my sleep apnea test results, maybe because English is a second language to her. I don't know. Again, that is hearsay. The fact of the reality and matter is that one date that was not in my file to begin with somehow got in there, and the VA committed to that date, which is symbolic for fraud and forgery. It's fraudulent data, correct? Okay, so the VA literally committed fraud. And then how'd they do that? By getting POA. They put that date in my timeline. That's forgery. I didn't allow that. If they said, hey, can we put this paper in our system and authorize it as legit? If I would have read it and saw that date, I would have said something to them. And I'm pretty sure I did. I was like, what's this date? That has nothing. And they're like, oh, it doesn't really matter. It's not part of the calculations. There's just a typo. And that was my understanding to begin with. But in reality, no, it wasn't just it was a typo. Someone typed the wrong fucking thing if they did even type it. Could have been a drop-down list. For their sake of easiness. Anyway. The Document Technology Company, run by Deepin Kadwa from fucking India. Maybe not. Maybe it's India's neighbor. Who knows? All I know is Indira fucked up with the sleep apnea test, right? Right? I don't have no fucking... I don't know. And you can make me out to be racist if you want. I don't really care. Realistically, this is more of a fucking alien invasion on a disabled veteran. What's anything foreign to you is alien. A Mexican in America, without proper paperwork is an illegal alien. A fucking Martian from Mars that lands in Pennsylvania fields without paperwork, that's an alien. Same shit. By definition. But anyway, let's look at the name discrepancies. Dipin. I don't want any Indians working with my healthcare. I'm sorry. If I wanted Indian healthcare, I'd go to India. Dipin Chadwa. And Indira. So India and Dipin. Let's just assume they're the new Bonnie and Clyde fucking over veterans and money laundering veterans. Why rob banks when you can just ask mommy and daddy to send you on a student foreign exchange trip so you can work with the VA and fuck up the data and money launder that way? Again, this is a theoretical proposition. I don't know if Dipin and Indira are actually money laundering away from us veterans to other places. But I do know I'm 12 years waiting on the VA to correct their error, and no one else can do it but them. Now, the only other way that they will correct their error without them wanting to correct the error is by force. What's the force I need to fucking include for them to do their job? A court order. I have to go to court to get them to acknowledge their fucking error so the court can order them to fix it. And then while we're at court, going over that one error, the court can make up to their own minds if I'm being conspired against or not. In my mind, I am. To the VA, I will never be conspired against. It'll just always be a whoopsie. Oh yeah, that one person committed a whoopsie and then we swapped them out. And then that one other person committed a whoopsie and then we swapped them out. And we did the same thing for 20 different people, even Susan fucking Price. She was a walking whoopsie. Oh, whoops, I put the folder on the keyboard. Now the keyboard's not working. Oh, whoops, how do we do that? Oh, wow, how do you zoom in on a computer again? Why am I teaching a fucking VA representative that's supposed to be fighting for my benefits? Basic IT. Hello. All I know is after 12 years, you conspired against me, and you treated me like I wasn't even human. Now I am becoming the monster, and in January 2025, if I don't have my good faith in my good life, meaning that error is fixed, and there's actually progression on the conspiracy case versus the VA, yeah, if nothing happens by January 2025 when I'm uploading this and tagging everyone responsible, I'm going on a manhunt. And I'm not talking about the games you play as kids at night. Even though that's fucking awesome. I love that. I'm going on a real manhunt for 2 terrorists that have 2 things in common. They portray like they're Pennsylvanians, when I don't think they are at all. Joe Biden definitely ain't from Scranton. Bob Casey, I have yet to see him in Pennsylvania. I see him on more commercials than places in Pennsylvania. But when you're money laundering, that's kind of how it goes, I guess. But, yeah. Manhunt, 2 people. I'm not going to a school and unloading my aggression on everyone I see. I'm taking this bad, aggressive energy exactly where it needs to go. And I'm addressing those responsible for it. So you made the monster. Now you can tame the monster. Bitch. How's that sound, Bob Casey? How's that sound, Joe Biden? I know you're on vacation number 97 of this year, when Matt, the last vacation I took was probably like in, I don't know, 2016, 2018, somewhere around then. I don't know. I only keep track of things within like the last 4 years, you know? Helps my presidential mindset. But yeah, that's that. That's my update. That's my realization for today. I was born subject according to my birth certificate, and then the VA turned me into their target so they could interject a POA and do whatever they see fit with my life as they want, not with me. When you have a power of attorney, that power of attorney is to represent you. Only you. Right? So if you're not doing good by me, who are you doing good by? The Veteran Affairs. Wow. The Veteran Affairs assigned you as my POA, and you're just happening to go along with their conspiracy. And again, it's unexcusable at this point. It is a conspiracy. The only way to fix it is to fix the error, give me my apologies, and we'll figure this out in the court when I do take you to court for conspiring against me. And the medical malpractice you committed by accidentally misreading test results. Oh, I'm the fucking Indira nurse, and I didn't realize you weren't supposed to average 3 separate readings. But me, the disabled veteran who doesn't have a nursing degree from India, said, why are there 3 separate readings, and why are you averaging them? If there's 3 separate fucking readings, that's because 3 separate readings could expose you as having sleep apnea. It's called redundancy. If I only have sleep apnea and 9.2 missed breaths per hour on my back, that's an easy fix. Sleep on my side, sleep on my stomach. I figured that out. The VA, they said, you don't have sleep apnea, you just snore. Because they took the 3 individual test scores and averaged them. Doesn't make sense. Doesn't make sense. You don't take individual readings of very specific things and just lump sum them. You know? That'd be like me owning a parking lot and telling the fucking valet to go count the cars. Count how many red, yellow, and blue ones there are. And then whenever he comes back and reports it, I ask him, okay, so how many were black all together? How many were black? He wouldn't know. Because it's not the fucking data set. It's irrelevant. Just like an average for an individual score-based fucking reading is irrelevant. That would be like me adding up all the Phillies' scores. And then taking an average, and then weighing that average of like how many how many points they got per game, and then saying, well, if they don't average 10 or more points per game, they lose the season. That's not how it works. That's a terrible example because I don't know how to make an example of what's been done to me. You know, it's incomparable. You can't compare it. It is, in this case, it is what it is. You fucking took the average of 3 separate variables. Why? Why? So you could write me off as snoring instead of having sleep apnea. So you don't have to pay me more money for being more fucked up than you initially thought. That's all the VA is. A triage station. When you leave the service, you report to them how fucked up you are, and they're supposed to give you the money. Because it's disability on crack. If you get disability, you're either born disabled or something happens, like your parents die and you become super depressed. Okay, well, I was deployed. You know, we walked in terrain that's not even found in America. Uncomparable. I just don't get it. And I just don't get what I have to do to get what I'm overdue. So if nothing happens by January 2025, I am going on a manhunt. And I'm going to embrace the crazy and the monster that you've made me. Anyway, how copy, over?